unfortunately, the majority of, I guess, people, so-called, the population-wise, the blue pill has more population than red pill, and yeah, I saw like see, I had several work experience, and I saw some, should I say, undeserving people get promoted, and then seemingly just because they have bunch of kids, they get hired easily, or they get uh, promotion more easily, or more quicker. I guess many people see that happens, which I don't like. I think like doesn't matter how many kids you have. I think the hiring manager should view uh, who does who does better job, and oftentimes I see people with lots of kids. Oftentimes they are loud in talking about the kids, and also I think some of them are very good at using people so that they don't have to do that much work. And I see some example that single people have to like even sacrifice their life. And the first time I saw this is when it was when I was at middle school. So the ESL, the English textbook, English as a textbook. So they are talking about the Titanic. So this is not about the movie. So of course there are many novels and musical or movie talking about the Titanic, and this textbook is about young women, young girl who is on a Titanic, and then she sacrificed herself. That she said that she said something like this: I don't have any family. I am single. I don't have family. So I give up my seat of the life-saving boat. So she goes to sinking, and so she dies because other people who have family and children. So she gave up her seat. And since this is middle school English textbook, and also I read more than 30 years ago, so I don't quite I don't remember what her job is. She might be either seamstress or governess, like someone who is a little lower class, or like an underprivileged person. And maybe she doesn't feel any hope, or like even though she arrived at the US, she might be working all day as a seamstress, or possibly being abused by her future employer as a governess or something. I don't know. So again, this is not about the Leonardo DiCaprio movie. So it's the textbook from the middle school I went. And another thing is, okay, this one. I wonder how famous the I guess Catholic country he might be famous. Father Kolbe or Friar Kolbe. So this is he died 1941 at the concentration camp in Auschwitz in Poland. He at the concentration camp. So there, the prison guard was choosing 10 people to go starvation, and then one of the 10 people shouted that I have family, I have wife and children, and then Father Kolbe volunteered to be replaced, saying that I am a voluntary celibate and do not have family. And then, again, the single people, it's as if married people with family and kids able to survive, and then single people kind of go starve. And then I don't like the culture that people with bunch of kids always have to win. And then but this is okay here. But I found total opposite. People who are single could survive. And I wonder if anybody remember this movie. Yento is first name of a young girl who is studious and pursue some education. And or the spoiler alert. And then another, so Yento is not portrayed as a pretty girly cheerleader type. She's not like that. But another character whose name is Hadass or Hadassah, like a Queen Esther. So another character is traditionally girly girl who is a good cook and become a wife. But Yento stays single, and so she had some. I wonder if I can say heartbroken from the love interest, and then she left Europe and she went to the United States. She is single, and then so she wrote to the girl, and of course she's not bitter against Hadassah, who is a traditional, beautiful, wife and mother type of person, and then so the when Hadassah received the envelope, mail from Yento, who arrived at United States, and then we received a letter from Yento, and then background of the happy moment, the sinister footsteps of war and persecution, like in the background, like stone-faced military officer, and I don't know if that uniform is Nazi uniform or what. Maybe it is, or I don't know. And then, so when I interpret is that Hadassah, the beautiful girl, the traditional women who get married, and then she and her husband stay in the Europe. Possibly, I don't know if is that 1933 or something. So that's worst time for Jewish community. But Yento, another Jewish girl, and who went to the United States, and like it's obvious who could survive. And of course, the Hadassah and her family maybe not survive from Holocaust, and then Yento in the United States, possibly in New York, and then of course life is not a road at that time, even in New York, but still, if I oversimplify, like married and have family and stay in Europe, at that time the Poland, right before World War II, and then Yento single and came to the United States. So that's that. So yeah, I am kind of happy to see people who sacrifice their happiness and able to survive or even find happiness later on, or like a professional development. And another person who was able to survive because she didn't have children of her own. So like people who love Japanese soap opera, have you heard Toyotomi Hideyoshi? His wife, her name is Nene. So okay. Her name is Nene, and or One, and so this person has concubine, and the concubine produce heir, but Nene didn't. And then his opponent didn't attack her because she doesn't have children of her own. So like child free is not that bad. So yeah, Mr. Love and Freedom, I want him to understand that life without family is okay. And his concern is either he doesn't want to involve other people to misery, and if that's so, then yeah, staying single is totally okay. Thank you, and that's it for today, and thank you, and have a great day.